Just in is this excellent 1966 Ford Mustang fastback with only 81,000 actual one-owner miles. This car came from the factory in the Saturn Gold with the factory pony interior, and that's exactly how it sits today. The car's had one repaint years ago back to its original Saturn Gold color, which actually in my mind is what I'd call kind of a silver light green. Car's in fantastic condition. What I would classify as at 10 foot, it looks like an absolute show car. If you get up close, you can see that the car's got a lot of little chips and stuff that have been touched up, a couple small dings. You know, the paint job was done, I'm guessing probably back in the 80s, and it still has a beautiful shine. Bottom of the hood's got the original paint that's never been jammed. As far as the engine goes, the previous owner said the engine at 81,000 miles has never been out of the car. We detailed it, painted the valve covers in the front of the motor, stuff like that, and painted the engine compartment just a little bit, so it looks a lot more presentable there. As we look at our top of our inner fenders, that's never had any patches there on the driver's side, very solid. Passenger side looks very nice as well. We got a little bit of some pitting, you know, some heavy surface rust pitting that's been sanded and repainted, but other than that, nice and solid inner fender aprons. I encourage you to look at our floor pan pictures. The frame rails are all solid on it. Floor pans are excellent. It's all been painted with brand new dual exhaust. When it came in, we did new bumpers, wheel well trim, and brand new dual exhaust, which really sounds great. It's its original 289 two-barrel engine. We rebuilt the carburetor, and I'll tell you what, don't let the two-barrel fool you. This car doesn't miss a beat going down the road. A lot of power, and it drives great. As I mentioned before, it does have a new bumper. The turning signal chrome lenses are great. Front valance is excellent. Grille is super nice on the car. So very nice front end. I do have the original air cleaner as well. That will come with the car. No power steering, no power brakes, but it drives excellent. Hood lines up beautifully on the driver's side across the fender in nice even gaps. Passenger side is just as well. Very nice. Original grille, original horse and corral, that kind of stuff. Very, very presentable, but you can tell it's not brand new. It's riding on its original hubcaps, steel wheels. Tires are excellent. They're older, but they got a lot of tread on them still. You can tell the quality of the paint. It's got a beautiful shine all the way around. The hood fits nicely back here too to the cowl. If you look around the edges, you can just see there's a lot of this kind of stuff. When it was painted, you know, 20, 30 years ago, you can just kind of see some little paint imperfections around some areas. Absolutely no blisters anywhere in the lower fender or the door. That's in excellent shape. In front of the rear quarter as well, there's no blisters. Behind the wheels, great, and over top of the wheels, excellent. So with the paint being older, you'd expect to see some blisters if you're going to have any problems, and this one does not have any on the passenger side. We do have a couple paint chips here that have been properly touched up with the right color. Door gap's nice and even on the front. Back door gap. A little wider on the top than it is right down here, but you still got a nice gap to where you're not coming in contact. Handles are beautiful, no pitting on the door handles. Original window felt still in the car. You know, they're getting a little thin. A guy might want to replace them, but they're original. Door rubbers are great. The light works, and the door panels are fantastic. Now this does have the deluxe interior, so it's got the pony seat covers. Corners of the doors are solid. We do have a tiny little split right here in the seat. I think a good vinyl repair guy could definitely fix that. Other than that, the seat cover looks brand new. Door panels are great. Door handles are nice. Wood grain's nice on them. Window rolls up and down very nicely. It's got its original Ford windows in it still. Dash pad's in great shape, but at the very top, right by the windshield, you can see that there's just a little warpage right back up under here. Not a big issue. When you're sitting in the car, you can't really see it. The rest of the dash pad looks nice. It's got your wood grain on the dash, both sides, wood grain steering wheel, factory 3-speed manual transmission. Carpet is excellent. Body by Fisher. Sill plates are nice. The seat backs are nice, but the vinyl is just a little bit loose, where you can see kind of just a little bit of a ripple on that vinyl. But they're nice and very nice and soft. And back dome lights all work. Headliner is in excellent condition. Visors are excellent. Paint on the inside of the car has all been redone too, it looks like, or maybe that's possibly original, but that's in great shape as well. The back seat's excellent. It's all matching. Seat belts for 4 in the car, and they're in excellent shape as well. Fold down works properly. This is a great car if you're looking for just a super solid original Mustang fastback. I usually put the American Racing torque thrust wheels on these fastbacks. I chose not to on this car because it was a one owner. I figured I'd let the next guy, if they choose to, put aftermarket wheels on it, but it was so original I just left it alone. We look up and down the sides, the body's nice and straight. Like I said, the guys did a really nice job, I think, on the dual exhaust with a couple nice tips coming out the back. New bumpers. I did leave the original taillight lenses and stuff like that, and they're in excellent shape. A couple paint, like I said, it's got paint imperfections around, and I think a lot of it's from the original, the second paint job. You can just see some tape lines or something on it. So it's not a perfect paint job, but it was done a long time ago, and it's, like I said, from 10 feet away, it looks excellent. You get on top of it, it's still straight, great shine. It's just you're gonna see things like this. It's got a paint scratch, it's been touched up, little stuff like that. Back window looks nice, original back window. As far as our roof, that looks in excellent condition as well. We got a paint chip that was, you see it here, paint chip that was touched up here. A couple little paint flaws there. No blisters on the lower quarter in front or behind the wheel. That all looks nice. Our door looks excellent. We do have one little blister, I don't even know if we'd call it a blister, maybe a starter one, right there in the front edge of that door. Lower fender's excellent. Paint on the front fender's excellent, except for we do have another chip right here that's been touched up. Whoever buys this car, knowing that the paint is great looking and it's shiny, but to be a show winner, it would probably need to be repainted. If you buy that car with that in mind, they're going to be super happy with it. It runs and drives fantastic. The inside's fantastic. Floors are solid. Just a really nice car. As we look at the door tag, body is 63B. Color is Z, which comes out Saturn Gold. Trim is 68, which comes out the deluxe interior. I think it's ivory with ebony white inserts or something like that. Trim is 68, date is 25A, DSO is 52, axle is 6, and transmission is 1. Both of the marker lights work in the doors. The passenger side is missing the cup for the door panel. I just noticed that. Emergency brake works. Driver's side seat is in great shape. Carpets laid in there very nicely. As I said before, oil pressure gauge works. We've got 81,585 miles. Gas gauge works, amp gauge works, and temperature gauge works.
Protect the people. FBI agents,
Original AM radio works. Does have the emergency flashers here. Heater fan works. And wipers work. Horn works. So every single thing works on the car. You got your 3 speeds, so reverse is straight up, first is straight back. I mentioned before the dash pad's great, except for it's got a couple of spots like right up here. If you can kind of see, that's just warped. It's got a little play to it. Rear view mirror is excellent. The chrome's nice on it, and the lens is really clear. The paint and stuff up on these pillar pieces is nice, where a lot of times you'll see them kind of get kind of surface rusty and not so nice inside. As I mentioned before, it might only be a 289 2-barrel. This thing's got a ton of power. Shifts nice, runs good, drives good, and that brand new dual exhaust really made it sound nice and gives it just a little more oomph. Front suspension's in great shape, goes nice and straight down the road. Brakes have no pull left or right. Downshifts in the second wheel. Here's your brakes. Nice firm pedal. As far as the dash paint and stuff, that all looks nice as well. The wood grain on the dash we can definitely tell is original. You know, it wouldn't hurt to put the new wood grain on there. It's not bad, but you can just see around the edges a little bit that it's not perfect anymore. Like I said, a lot of power. I hate to do that to this old girl, but you know, for those that are looking for a hot rod muscle car, this thing sounds great and runs great. So don't let the original wheels and tires fool you. The original motor, the 289 2-barrel, has a lot of power. Sounds great, drives great. There's no hands on the wheel right there. Going down the road, excellent at as fast as you want to go. I wouldn't let the disc brakes, non-disc brakes worry you either. As far as high speed, 65 mile an hour, stops great, no pull left or right. Just a car you can jump in and drive home.